Good morning, friends. It's Jacqueline for Pixie Dust PhD. Today is Tuesday, September 14th, and we are about to go rope drop Magic Kingdom. So I am so excited. They're doing some landscaping, if you can hear the background noise, but basically we don't have a ton of goals per se in Magic Kingdom. We do want to get on Jungle Cruise and Haunted Mansion, but we have been able to do a lot between our previous time in the park, especially at Boo Bash. Mostly I just love Magic Kingdom in the morning. For lack of a better term, I think it's so magical to be out there when it's so like empty and peaceful and quiet. And yeah, morning time in Magic Kingdom is fantastic. So Adam's finishing up getting ready now. I'm just hanging out on our little balcony for a second. The view is so nice. We don't have a theme park view or anything, but there's the Contemporary. This is the walkway between Bay Lake Tower and the Contemporary. And then, you know, just the grounds and a little bit of water. It's not too hot yet. I think it's gonna be another day in the 90s though once we get to the afternoon. It is a little humid as per usual, but so far so good. And we just have that quick little walk over to Magic Kingdom, and I'm looking forward to a great start to our day. So we will be sure to check in later.
Sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination?
Later.
Hello! It's been a very busy, pretty non-stop day for us.
Yeah.
So we rope dropped Magic Kingdom. Hi!
Good night.
We're leaving Animal Kingdom now. It's like a little bit after 5 p.m. We rope dropped Magic Kingdom, wherein we were able to do Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, Big Thunder Mountain, Buzz, Pirates.
Yeah.
I think that's all the rides we did, right? Yeah. But we did that all in like 3 hours, like pretty fast.
We were out pretty early.
And we took some good PhotoPass pics.
Right.
Oh yeah, a lot of the 50s statues are out. It took a while to find Orangebird, not gonna lie. And Tank was also pretty hidden. But that was cool. So that was fun. A nice surprise. You know, we're not here for the 50th. Like, we're here before the 50th. So we knew we'd be missing out on a lot, but it's nice that we got some of the stuff.
Yeah, sure. Like the banners and all the emblems.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like it's the 50th, basically.
Yeah.
And then we walked back to Bay Lake Tower. The walk, like, from the park to our room is literally, like, 10 minutes. So that's great. And we showered and changed, and then we drove over to the Mara at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. So that's the quick service there over by the pool. Adam got a tamarind barbecue pork sandwich. It was really
huge.
So it's big in general, and then they put a ton of barbecue in it.
Yeah, like
I don't know
over
that
a
it's always
pound.
that big. It was
Like,
a lot.
A lot.
I got a chicken flatbread. It was also pretty big. Probably not as huge as Adam's. And then we also got you can get zebra domes from the Mara, so we got
Because
those.
you can't go to the Mara and not get zebra domes.
Right. So it comes in a little 4-pack. We ate 2.5. You know, they need to be refrigerated, and we were coming to Animal Kingdom afterwards, so the last zebra dome got sacrificed. We were just too full. It was a lot of food. Like, the whole thing, our 2 entrees and the zebra domes, I think was like $28. And considering like chicken and waffles at Grand Flow Cafe is $24, it's a lot. That being said, Grand Flow Cafe is table service, the Mara's quick service, but it was really tasty, and it was a lot
on
of food.
vacation. That would have lasted us each 2 meals.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
yeah, for sure. I would have saved half my flatbread if we weren't on vacation, but you know, I ate more. So
Yeah,
we're also moving a lot more than we normally would,
absolutely.
so we need the extra calories. Yeah, and then we headed over to Animal Kingdom. I think we got really lucky and missed some rain. I don't think it rained while we were in the Mara, but then when we got to Animal Kingdom, everything was super wet, so it must have rained.
Very patchy, per usual.
Yeah. And we checked into Nomad Lounge, put our names on the wait list. Then we went and did Flight of Passage. It was posted a 35-minute wait, but it was only like 15 minutes into the pre-show.
Yeah. When
That
we
was
were
cool.
loading up, it was a 20-minute wait for us.
Yeah, but when we got in line, it was 35. So that was a little inflated, obviously. And then when we got out of Flight of Passage, miraculously, like that minute, we got our Nomad Lounge text, so we went and had a few drinks. We didn't get a seat like right where you could see the flotillas, unfortunately, so like we ran and saw them a little bit, but I didn't capture any of it via camera. But it was nice. I love Nomad Lounge. The drinks are really good, and they're only like the ones we got were only $13 and $14, which is very normal pricing, like, and very low for Disney, I would say. But we did the safari again, and the baby rhino was out.
Oh, it was so
The
good.
Gold Ranger. He's so cute.
Hanging out with his mama.
Oh my god, it was so cute. Obviously, the rest of the safari was also good, but highlight for sure was the little baby rhino.
They're actually any different in color than their cousin, the black rhino. They get their name from a mistranslation. Their name comes from the Afrikaans word of wijd, meaning wide. Afrikaans is an offshoot of the language Dutch, typically used in some southern regions of Africa. And the word wijd or wide is actually in reference to their mouths. They have a much wider, more rectangular shaped mouth than their cousin, the black rhino, and helps them graze at grass. That is a baby white rhino there to the right hand side. He's about 8 to 9 months old, and the wardens have given him the nickname of Ranger.
It's bedtime! So after Animal Kingdom, we came back to Bay Lake Tower. We went to the Cove Pool Bar and got some pina coladas. FYI, they're kind of filling.
It's basically a dessert in a cup.
Yeah, it's pretty fatty. Like, not in a bad way. It's just, I wasn't expecting it to be quite that rich, and we only got it like an hour and change before our dinner. So once we got to dinner at California Grill, we were not super hungry. And also, so when we checked in, I told them, you check in on level 2, like below the main concourse. And I, instead of checking in the app, I just checked in fully in person. I said, look, I like nicer than this, but I said, look, I really want a window fireworks view seat, and we're willing to wait for it. And so she put the request in and let me know it's not guaranteed, blah, blah, yeah, that's really fine. But I said, like, I very specifically was like, we are willing to wait for it. We had a 7:30 reservation. Fireworks didn't start till 8:15. I was like, heck, if I don't get seated till 8:10, but it's at the window, like, that works for me. Literally immediately we got the text that our table was ready. So I was like, oh, like pretty nervous. But we went up to the 15th floor and we got seated at a window fireworks view table, like one of the better ones probably. So that was so magical. Yeah, so we checked in a little bit early because I had the special request. So we even got seated a little early before our arrival time. We ended up getting a bottle of red wine. Do you remember what it was? Cab Sauv, I think.
Yeah.
It was good. It was definitely a lot better with the food than it was on its own. And then because we were kind of full, we decided to just share. And so strategically for sharing for the main, we got the ribeye, which is a 20-ounce
Bone-in.
portion. 20-ounce pre-cook weight bone-in also. So, I mean, the amount of meat you get's less than that. But the point is, that's enough to split between 2 people, particularly if you're not that hungry. And then we also split the goat cheese ravioli appetizer, which is it's one ravioli.
One ravioli.
It is a big ravioli in their defense, but I was expecting like, I don't know, 3 to 5 like normal size guys, and it
not
came out as like
this, yeah.
one ravioli.
So we were a little surprised, but it was really fun.
It was good.
Yeah.
If they served that as like 3 or 4 as a main, I think I would get that as a main. It was really tasty. It was obviously it was super creamy, but then there was some like good, like, I don't even know, like garlic butter, whipped butter or something on top.
I think it was whipped garlic ricotta or something.
It was so good. And then they had this crisp on top that was like a pesto. It's like they swirled pesto into a crisp, like you would normally have a cheese crisp or something, but they made it out of pesto. And then, yeah, when you got a bite with everything, there was also like a little tomato sauce, right?
Yeah.
Like a very little
it was
bit.
like a, very like onion, olive, caper
I don't
type
know. It was...
tomato.
When you got it all together, though, you got like the obvious creaminess from the goat cheese and the ravioli itself, but then you got like the pesto notes, you got the tomatoey acid notes, some of that like garlic flavor coming through. It was like pretty close to a perfect bite, I would say. And then the ribeye was really good. Tasted great, texture was good, it was cooked well. It came with these like fried mashed potato croquettes, which were awesome. So that was fun. Adam had the ribeye at Yachtsman. I've been having fillets, so I can't really do a one-to-one comparison, but I thought that the sear and the flavor was good. What did you think?
I think Yachtsman is more like puts the steak on the pedestal and like does it a very traditional way. This which I like, but I also really liked how California Grill just like tries to push it a little bit with how they present and cook their steaks.
It was a little more like avant-garde of steak, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, it's definitely dealer's choice in terms of what you may prefer.
Right.
But they were both very well executed and very good.
Yeah, I thought it was tasty. Oh, and you do get complimentary bread. It's like a little sourdough loaf.
Right.
And it comes with some pretty good olive oil with some tomato chunks or something in it.
Yeah, it was like oven roasted tomato that's like charred in the oven, and they like smash it and put it in the olive oil.
It was good. It was tasty.
That's nice. Umami.
Yeah, so between those three things, the free bread, our appetizer that we shared, and then the ribeye that we shared, we were like pretty full. I feel, 10% bad sort of cheaping out and sharing. And they were so nice about it. Like they brought out full on plates for me and then Adam had like the plate that they brought out and I got the secondary plate. But also like we bought a bottle of wine. So I don't really feel that bad. Yeah.
It's like the easiest thing for them to do is open a bottle of wine and pour it.
Yeah, and there's $55 plus tax and tip right away.
It's a lot easier than cooking a steak, let me tell you.
Yeah, all together we ended up spending about $170 after tax and tip. And again, we were sharing food, so this definitely is a pricey restaurant and experience. You're paying a lot for the view, I think, and a ton of people came back who had clearly eaten there earlier in the day and brought their receipts to go out on the terrace to watch Happily Ever After. We watched it from our seat since we had such a good window seat, and it was phenomenal. And I didn't like full on cry, but I definitely welled up, and it was such a beautiful experience. And it's not something I would do every time, but I'm very glad that we did it.
It's also really cold.
Oh my God, yeah. The restaurant was freezing. So I brought a sweater up, and even with my sweater on, I was like, I am borderline like convulsing. I mean, I still had goosebumps even with my sweater on. Adam is never cold. Like, never. And he was cold.
Yeah, I wish I brought like my sports coat and long pants, slacks or something to wear.
It was really cold. And like we went after fireworks and after we were done, we went out to the terrace to finish our wine. And like my camera lens was fogging because the camera was so cold from being inside compared to the outside temperature. It was really intense. So yeah, be prepared for the chill. If you're staying here, it's not as much it's not as much of an inconvenience because you can obviously just run to your room and grab another layer or whatever. But if you're traveling here, like I would anticipate it being really freaking cold. I think it was probably like 63 degrees, and they had vents, like air vents everywhere, like all along the restaurant ceiling. So there isn't even really a strategic place you could sit where you wouldn't feel the draft, I don't think.
It'd probably be refreshing if you were like eating there for like brunch or middle of the day when the sun was out shining in through the open, the big windows or whatever. But if you're there at night, it's gonna be chilly.
It was really cold. So yeah, I guess that was the one big negative. But other than that, service was great. The food was fantastic. They didn't even blink when we asked to share stuff, so that was nice to not feel made to be cheap when really what it was is that we just weren't that hungry. We were kind of full from our drink snack. Obviously, Happily Ever After is beautiful, but certainly in the future, I think the way to do this is to go to the lounge, buy like one drink, and then do Happily Ever After from the terrace. The food's really good, but it's incredibly expensive, and particularly if you have a family of 4 or more, and if you're there, if you're there for the fireworks feels, you don't need to do the whole dinner experience, I don't think. But yeah, we had a nice time, and obviously it was so convenient to just come back down over to Bay Lake Tower after our meal was over to, you know, shower and rest up. But oh, also, there are 2 terraces. The one that's like further from Magic Kingdom, it faces the castle more directly for one, but also you can see Epcot Forever from it. So I think you'll also be able to see Harmonious from it. So that was a fun like 2-for-1 that we stumbled into, where we watched Happily Ever After from our table at the window. And then when we wrapped, we just wanted to go out onto the terraces to see what they were like. And Epcot Forever was going. So fun bonus fireworks. They are much further away, like much, but you can see them. So I think it counts. We had a pretty busy day today with Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, California Grill meal, but it was very wonderful. We've rejiggered our schedule a little bit, so some last minute changes to park reservations just based on, you know, what we want to do, what we've already been able to do, etc. So tomorrow should be a fun day, and just a few park days left, which I'm a little bit sad about, but we have a lot to do still, including seeing Happily Ever After in the parks for the last time. We're going to be moving to a theme park view room at Bay Lake Tower to see Happily Ever After from the theme park view room. So lots to come. Be sure to like the videos. It helps the channel out so much. And if you aren't already, please do hit that subscribe button. And once you're subscribed, you can ring the bell icon to receive notifications whenever we post new videos. Like I said, you know, our trip is winding down a little bit, but there's still plenty more to come. So thanks so much for following along so far and continuing to do so in the future. We are beat. We are going to sleep. I think it's probably only 10:30 or so. Maybe it's 11 by now, but an early night for us at least.
Yeah.
Disney tends to do that too. So we hope the rest of your day is super magical. Good night, and we'll see you real soon at Pixie Dust PhD.
Bye.